Biopsy. Do a biopsy. Them is something there surgery. No one do no biopsy. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. You know it's your girl Casey, and today I'm back with another video. As you can see the title below, today I'll be telling you about how I found out I had cancer. Stay tuned. Back in November of 2023, I had this bad cough. And it wasn't just a cough, because I had the cough before, but I took some medicine and it went away. But in the back of my head, I was saying, you know, because here I work with small kids, I worked in a kindergarten. I was saying, you know, climate change over, the kids are sick, they're at school, they're coughing, you know, and I'm in the same environment. So I didn't really think much of the cough. In December, I wanted to go to the hospital, but at that particular time, I had to renew my residence permit. And here in my city, it takes 3 weeks for you to get back your passport. And without my passport, I couldn't go to the hospital because no one would help me. So I waited for my passport. I got back my passport the last week in December of 2023, but I didn't go to the hospital until it was the second week in January. I remember I was talking with my friend, and she was saying, because I had this really bad cough, and she was saying that maybe the cough has developed into bronchitis. So fast forward, I went to the hospital near my apartment, and I went and I see just a regular doctor, and I told her that I have a really bad cough and I also have shortness of breath. She said to me, you should do a blood test and also do a chest CT scan. I went and I paid money and I did the test and I did the scan. However, here in China, once you do a scan, the doctors can see the imaging immediately. So I went back to her, and she looked at the scan, and she looked at the blood test results. She said it's not good. But you know, I'm not the person, like, you know, to panic easily. So I said, okay. She took me to this department. I don't remember the name, but I'll put it right here. She took me to that department, and I went and I, you know, spoke with a nurse in the department. She said the CT isn't clear enough. I should do an advanced CT scan. I said, okay. I went and paid money and set an appointment for the following Monday. That Monday, I went back to the hospital. I registered, did the advanced CT scan, went back to see the nurse, the same nurse in that department. I went back to see the nurse, and the only thing that she said was, you should go to Changzhou First Hospital. That's the #1 hospital in my city. So I called this lady at my school, and she spoke with her. She told her exactly what I should do, because at this hospital they don't speak English, so I had to use my phone to translate. So to get a better understanding of what she was saying, I called somebody that knows Chinese and English. So remember, I did the advanced CT scan the Monday, and I was supposed to go to the big hospital the Tuesday. So my principal and the lady that I called that spoke with the nurse from my school, they accompanied me to the hospital. We went to the hospital, saw the doctor, showed him the imaging from the CT scan. He said
there's a tumor
beside my right lungs. You know, at that point, you know, I was just sitting there. I was so calm. Like, my principal, she was panicking. The other lady, she was panicking, and I was just sitting there, calm, calm, calm. I was so calm. And I remember I said to the principal, ask the doctor, what's the best thing to do? And the doctor said I should do a biopsy. And when he said that, I was afraid. I was like, do a biopsy. Them there's something there, surgery. I don't want to do no biopsy. But anyways, you know, I was just like saying that to myself, but you know, at the same time, I was processing the information. You know, there's a tumor, it's cancerous. You know, I was processing the information at the same time, keeping calm, you know, and trying to find out what's the next move. So I said to the principal, okay, I'll do the biopsy. And she said to me, they need to make arrangement at the hospital for me to get admitted to do the biopsy. Tuesday night, the lady from my school, she called me and said, oh, they got through at the hospital. I can go tomorrow. I'll be admitted at the hospital tomorrow. And I should bring a basin, you know, things that I would need, like my lotion, my deodorant, my rag, my soap, my tissue. The next day I went, I got checked in. I had to pay some money. I had to pay some money in order to get checked in at the hospital. But the thing is, the way how my principal did the admission, I got my own room, because they had a room with like 3 persons in one room. I got my own room. So it was more expensive, which was okay, because I wouldn't want to be in a room with 2 other Chinese. So it was okay for me. I got my own space and stuff like that. So at the hospital, before I did the biopsy, they redid a CT scan, they did blood tests, urine tests, feces tests. I did an ECG. I did a chest x-ray the first day. That's what I did on the first day. And everything came back like my blood work, it came back normal. The ECG, they were having trouble with my heart rate. It was 116 beats per minute, which was high. But apart from my heart rate, like everything else was okay for me to do the biopsy. So the following day, that was a Thursday evening, I went to do the biopsy. It was painful. It was so painful. It was painful. I thought they would have maybe put me to sleep, or deaden the area that they would do the biopsy, because I've never done a surgery or anything like that before. So I was saying, you know, I'm gonna sleep, so it's okay. When I went, they said, you won't sleep, and we won't, you know, like numb the area or deaden the area or nothing. Remember, no, I had this horrible cough. The doctor, he said to me, you cannot cough. Once that needle is in your chest, do not cough. People, I swallow the cough them. I say, Lord Jesus, let the cough come out. Me swallow the cough them. I saw me feel them come and said, Jesus, take the wheel, Father, take the wheel, Lord, and take the wheel. And it was a guided CT biopsy. So they used the CT scan to guide them. It was fast. I think it was like maybe 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. It was a little fast, but It hurts, but it was bearable. That sound good? It was bearable. It wasn't pain that I would cry or anything like that. And they did the biopsy. I'm going to insert a photo here when they did the biopsy. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, and in part 2 I'll talk about what I did before I started my treatment. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Hit to like, share, and subscribe.